Welcome to The Trend. I'm Rebecca Granet. YouTube Red has really kicked it into high gear with this one, guys. The iconic characters Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence are back in an all-new series called Cobra Kai, which is based on the Karate Kid. So we are joined by none other than Ralph Macchio and William Zabka themselves. And guys, thank you so much for coming out today. We really appreciate it.
It's fun to be here. Thank you.
We are ready to get a little bit nostalgic.
That's good.
And Ralph, the anticipation for this show is so high. I mean, even on YouTube alone, the trailer had over 13 million views. What was it like for you two to reunite? And why do you feel like now, 34 years later, it's the time to bring all this back?
Well, as far as the groundswell of attention, it's been awesome for us. I mean, I'll speak for myself, but I think I fairly speak for Bill. It's just amazing to see the fan base and beyond excited about this show and excited about a continuation, and to see where these two characters and the entire Karate Kid universe 34 years later, where that is. You know, that's those expectations are exceeded my expectations, and to see where it's going to go from here is really exciting. It was just a matter of it being the right time, the right type of platform, like YouTube Red, the ability to tell a story and break it up into 10 half-hour parts that someone could just binge watch when they wanted, which is happening right now.
Yeah, it gives you more opportunities,
Everybody's
right?
locked in their rooms right now watching it.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yes.
Except for the people watching us, which is a good choice as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we were thrilled here. I mean, we thought maybe we'd have to put you both on separate sides of the table. We're very excited that you can sit together.
We're doing okay.
Yes, the medication is working.
Yeah, about a half an hour, they put us in our
Working,
cages and roll us out.
When it wears off, it's like back off. You go on this side of the table.
So
No,
we have like another 15 minutes.
We're
before
good.
we
We're good, yeah.
we gotta get it together.
We enjoy that.
There'll be a red blinking light when it's
Yes.
time to shut this down.
You'll be fully aware.
Okay, so here we go then.
All right.
Johnny Lawrence
Yes.
was billed as the villain, but it's kind of nice this time around, right? Tell me about the premise that you get to sort of sink your teeth into this character in a new way.
Yes, well, you mean in the original he was billed as a villain? Yes, he was. He was the villain. He was the antagonist of the show. But like all characters in any movie, they have something else going on, and there was a part of the movie itself that has just resonated all over these years that people want to know more about him or something, you know.
Yeah.
So it's fun to explore who Johnny Lawrence is. We knew who Daniel LaRusso was, so the Cobra Kai is the Karate Kid universe, and we're entering through the Cobra Kai and through Johnny's kind of point of view, and then it opens up. So to play that again is amazing.
Yeah, and have that fresh point of view. That was part of what attracted us to this. I mean, we both said no for decades to everybody's having what they thought was their brilliant idea. And as always, felt smarter and safer to let the legacy stand. But this way, it's through the eyes of, like Wicked. A lot of the reviews have been mentioning how Wicked is told through the eyes, the Broadway musical of the Wicked Witch, and then you deal with both characters as protagonists and antagonists with flaws and complexities, and that's what happens in our show once we enter that world, and you learn a little bit about where LaRusso is from the Lawrence point of view and vice versa. And then enter this high school these great young actors we have as the next generation. It just really creates this karate soap opera.
Yeah, it's a different perspective. Karate soap opera.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's actually interesting because when I was got a little preview of the first two episodes, it's interesting to see that a lot has changed, right, since 1984. It's social media and texting, and even relationships are different.
Right.
And it's really cool to see how y'all play on that. So, I mean, how do you think that your characters would have fared in the social media generation, so to speak? And how have you enjoyed bringing that new perspective to the show?
The characters or us as the actors playing
The characters, yeah. How do you think they
well,
would have done if...
Johnny's clear. I mean, as you'll get to see and watch on, you know, he's pretty much stuck in. He hasn't progressed with the times at all. So, he still has a flip phone. He's picked, maybe a dial-up modem or something, if that. There's something refreshing about that as well, though, because I think that, there's an old school way of thought that, there's no excuses. There's no, no PC in the way he thinks, and it was fun to play.
Yeah, it would be interesting because I'm hearing a question of, like, what if you know, Johnny could text Bobby or Kreese
Right.
saying, hey, I see the Japanese guy with the kid across the street, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
GPS, he's at Paradise Cove.
Somebody's like
He's on
Snapchatting
the
and
top rock.
sending it.
Yeah.
Would that have changed
I think
things,
all that
right?
Mr.
Technology's
Miyagi is tracking Daniel, saying, I told you not to paint the school. You're supposed to be here to paint the fence now. Could you imagine?
That would be fantastic. Him Instagramming like
Right,
everything
right,
as it's
right.
happening.
Yeah.
Right, it would be different.
Yeah.
So, you know, and how was it with working with the young cast? I mean, because this was you guys at one point,
yeah.
right?
I mean, we have this kid, Sholo, who plays Miguel Diaz, turns out to be Billy's, Johnny Lawrence's student. And he's sort of the millennial Daniel LaRusso, only he's not getting the Miyagi philosophy, he's getting the Cobra Kai philosophy.
The good philosophy.
Right, exactly.
The good philosophy.
Exactly. Hit now, talk later. But it's really interesting, and I don't want to give certain things away because there are some plot points that are revealed over the course of the arc of the season. But even for Daniel LaRusso, he's dealing with some situations that are sort of mirrors of what he might have had, and same thing with Billy's character. Yeah. So through these kids, you're getting to see those kind of mirrored experiences, but in a different world. And bullying's dealt in a different way. Daniel LaRusso would come home, have a black eye. Mom says, "Oh my God, what happened?" Now, how do you parent when you have no idea who's being bullied because it's all silent?
It's all silent,
you know?
like cyberbullying.
And they deal with that. And the guys, the writers, the creators of the show have done a great job with all that stuff. As much as the nostalgia and the pop culture of it all, they also are dealing with, you know, real world issues that are current now, but in an entertaining way.
Yeah, what a great opportunity to get to visit that and talk about bullying in this new generation now.
Definitely.
I wanted to ask also, when you both, because I would imagine this is such a project that's so close to your heart, and when you both got the call and said, okay, we're going to do this again, was there something that for you personally you said, you know what, I want to make sure this message comes through. I want to make sure this thing doesn't get past us and gets to the viewers. Was there something for you with that?
No, not really. I mean, there were moments along the way, and there were scripts along the way where they I thought pushed Johnny too far in a certain direction, and I would make myself known about that, and they would either agree or disagree. It was always a two-way street on that. And some they thought, yeah, you're right, and some they thought, no, trust us. And together it was collaborative, and it worked out. So.
They were always respectful of our opinions, but at the end of the day, I always say they got the tiebreaker. It was their vision, and we trusted it, and I'm proud that, you know, I feel good that we did, because we're really excited with what the end result was. One of the things I was always upfront about, because obviously the show is called Cobra Kai, and coming in from the eyes of Johnny Lawrence's world, and you were following him into the present Karate Kid universe, was to not allow the spirit of Miyagi to be lost in LaRusso's life, and and they were all in on that, and it's interesting because it's the arc of the first season where we really begin to see. We may not see that in the upfront, in the first or second episode, but that finds its way in an interesting way for LaRusso, the Cobra Kai dojo being brought back, and Johnny Lawrence in his life, which is, you know, it's like the worst nightmare.
Right?
I must stop this. It actually, but it actually turns out to be, something that gives him, informs him to straighten some of the stuff out in his life at that time, and therein lies a lot of the complexities that we hope are gray areas in real human characters, as opposed to black and white, good and evil.
I wanted to make sure that Johnny wasn't going to repeat what happened the first time so much. You know, it's going to be we're going to get layers of him and understand him.
Move the story forward.
Yeah, have to move it forward. It was a good movie.
And
you don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, these guys.
I think it was a good movie.
It was fun. Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of the lessons of the movie, right? Was, for so much of us, like, this meant so much to us, with the lessons and sort of the, you know, the triumphant moments. Was there something in your personal lives that you took away from the movie, that you sort of, like a lesson that you took from the movie and you said, this helped me in life, or I thought of this lesson and it helped me in life, sort of in a way that it helped maybe a lot of others?
I'll speak first. In general, just the martial art training, because we didn't know any karate. So we were trained the whole time in the movie, and that just taught a lot of self-discipline and a lot of self-esteem and control.
Are you kicking people in fights? Is that how it works?
No, it's actually not. I mean, you really learn karate not to fight. It's like the message of the Karate Kid is you learn to fight, not to fight. So you learn how to, you learn confidence, and it's a great it's a great discipline. So that, I mean, literally, Pat Johnson, who trained us for the Karate Kid, built Johnny Lawrence from scratch, from me who didn't know any karate at all, and he trained me and all that, and that lives with me from then on, and I'm passing it on to my kids, and yeah, so that, I mean, I was the first recipient of, you know, the Karate Kid exploded and all the dojos all over the country opened up, and we were the first ones to really be the first ones in the dojo, you know, and people think that we did it, but no, it was actually the real martial artists behind us who trained us, you know.
Oh, that's
So,
fantastic.
yeah, so the karate, I mean, we're recipients, I think, in the same way as the fans are.
Right,
You know,
that's
we're
what I would
fan-
think, a
you
little
know,
bit of that.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Was a
what-
takeaway for me.
Yeah, one of
For
the
you was
things
the
for me, yeah.
You gotta-
Takeaway
It was the
for me
goods from the set? Is that what it
I'll
is,
say
the
this,
car?
I learned this much. Don't spray a water hose on a guy who's rolling a joint in a bathroom stall without him knowing it, because that ended up not too good.
Life
No,
lessons, people, life
no. My
lessons.
favorite. I still use, you know, the Miyagi saying, you walk left side, okay, walk the right side, okay, walk down the middle, you get squished like a grape, and that's in life. It's like, no,
love it.
if you waffle, and you know, the only bad choice is no choice. So make a decision what you're going to do, or where you're going to walk, or where your goals are, as opposed to waffling down the middle. And so that's something I attempt to practice in my life.
Be definitive. I
Yeah.
love that. Okay. Speaking of being definitive,
Okay.
10 for 10
Okay.
challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this
You
one-
thought facing each other was going
I
to be
know.
tough,
Oh my
right? Come
gosh.
on now.
Sweating here.
And you
Let's
know,
okay.
we got to get ready here.
Uh-huh.
So, I got to get ready for my...
Cobra Kai.
As you
I'm not
should.
going to make you do it, but I'll do it. Here we go. Right, we got to do it like this.
That's
Yes.
scary. She's like Cobra Kai for
Nice.
real. Look at her.
Look at you.
Coloring,
Here we go.
black head,
You look
man.
badass, Cobra Kai.
Well,
right
Ralph's
now.
gonna start
Thank you.
shaking.
It's all right, man. I'm getting flashbacks.
You better watch out. I'll pull the crane kick out. Everybody's going to get upset. No,
All right.
okay. Are you ready? The first two are for both of you. So you're going to say either Ralph or William. Okay? So you're just going to say your name.
Say that again.
You're going to say your name. So
Oh, I see. This is
yeah,
okay.
it's going to be like most likely to blank, and
I
you'll
see.
pick which one, okay? So who is the most likely to break out a karate move in a fight?
William.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I'll agree just for the sake of it. But you know it's him. He's very violent.
Okay.
Very violent guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. Sure, Ralph.
I
Go
only used
ahead.
up one of my 10 seconds, but go ahead.
Okay. Who is the most likely to quote the Karate Kid in real life?
Ralph. I'm just saying Ralph.
What
I'm
do you
just
think?
saying William.
I'm just saying last one.
Okay.
Oh, no, okay, I'm saying Billy.
Very good.
Saying Billy.
Yeah, Billy. I don't know.
We both do. We both do.
Yeah.
You both do. You quote it in real life.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Yeah, he calls
okay.
up. He's like, wax on. I'm like, no mercy. Wax on, no mercy. We do that all the time.
We do it all the time. That's
So,
actually how he answers
that's
the
why
phone.
we stalled on
That's
that
his
answer.
voice message.
No
mercy at the
Wax on,
beep.
no mercy. Yeah.
I want to
And
live in your
up
world.
now.
I know you want this to be
No,
the truth.
this is I
For writing
appreciate
the
the
fan.
truth.
This is fan fiction.
This is serious journalism here.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Billy, this is just for you.
Okay.
What is your most nostalgic
Ralph.
moment?
Okay, sorry. What
No,
is
you're
that?
fine. Most nostalgic moment on the set of Cobra Kai.
Nostalgic moment on the set of Cobra Kai when I was walking and saw all the Cobra Kai gis being made.
Oh.
And all of a sudden I walked by the wardrobe and I hadn't seen them yet, and there was a whole row of the new Cobra Kais with the Cobra Kai logos on the back, all the white gis that were about to get handed out to all the students, and I took a stop and I went, wow, I took a picture of it.
That's
that was
cool.
nostalgic, yeah.
That's a good
I didn't
answer.
expect it, yeah.
That is a good answer. That's fantastic. Ralph, if you could show one never-before-seen moment from the set of the original Karate Kid, what would you want people to see?
It's 10 seconds. Wait, repeat and give me another 10.
You got it, you're fine. If you could show one never-before-seen moment from the set of the original Karate Kid, what would you want people to see?
Maybe the blueberry spilled on my shirt.
Get out.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
you see the Cobra Kai thing? This question is for Ralph.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
It's
Sorry,
his
we're having
turn.
too much fun with
I
this.
want to hear
I'm
about the
stopping.
blueberry.
Let me just have a chocolate.
You can have
That's
it.
right. Yeah, that's what we
can have
need
it.
for you, a little more caffeine. Go ahead.
We have a few more minutes before those drugs are off, right?
I don't. Yeah, he mentions now that he's teased it up. Not necessarily. That was a scene that was cut.
Okay.
We put the blueberry pie under my chair or something. I sit on it and I take it to him, and we almost have a fight. Or do we have a fight in the?
No, you just splat it on my shirt.
Oh, I lay it on his
Why
shirt.
didn't you put it on your chair?
You had to do
He
all
puts
that
it
and it
right
never
under
got
my
in the
shirt.
movie?
But it's not the I want to think about what the never before. Are we at 10 seconds yet? Yes,
Yeah,
I think so. Let's go
All
on to
right,
the next one.
ready? Next one.
I don't have the pearl there for you.
You're good. I like the blueberry thing. Okay, we talked about it a little bit. The show really does touch on bullying. So this one's for you, Billy. A message you would give to anyone who is dealing with bullying right now.
It's a season. It's not your whole life.
Okay. It's a moment in time, not
It's
your
a
whole
moment
life.
in time, although that moment in time is your whole world. But if you get past it, you get some perspective on it. It's a season. So know that. And number two, tell somebody. Tell somebody that can help. If it's in school, tell an authority. You can't do it alone. And it's not a battle just for the kids to deal with themselves. It's really for parents and administrators and everybody to get around and help. Because it's a very serious issue, and actually I'm very passionate about that. So I have a lot to say about bullying if you really want to get into it sometime.
No, I would love to talk to you. We will. I figured we'd take
definitely.
it serious for a second because I know it's an important.
I mean, the
That's important.
definition of being bullied is someone who's being made less than who they are. So if you're being made to feel less than who you are, it could be emotionally, it could be physically, then you're being bullied. And you don't have to deal with it by yourself, and to reach out for help and tell somebody and get a support group. And there's three people in a situation of bullying. There's the bully, there's the victim, and there's the witness.
Yeah.
And the witness is everybody who's not involved, and the witness has the most power. In a fight at school, there's two kids fighting each other. There's a group of witnesses. Those people stay silent. Those are the people that can step in and make the difference. So the witnesses are the ones that need to step up. Amen. That's it for now.
There you go.
Another chocolate, please.
Another chocolate for you, Billy. All right. Ralph, we want to pay homage, of course, to Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita. We talked a little bit, you did quote him, but maybe your favorite Mr. Miyagi moment or Mr. Miyagi saying or something that really, I'm leaving it loose for you to take where you want with that.
I'm spinning it back on myself, but it's weird. It's a LaRusso line, but it's in a Miyagi scene.
Sure.
And when he talks about, karate isn't for just for fighting, it's for just for now, it's for your whole life. And LaRusso just turns to him and says, "You're the best friend I ever had." It's just a sweet, pure moment. It's one of my favorites in the entire film.
It's a great one.
From the heart and soul and magic element. So that's as good and true of a friendship as you can see on film. So
I have one like that in Karate Kid too. When Sensei Kreese comes and congratulates me for winning second place, and then chokes me
and
out
breaks
from
his
behind.
thing.
And then
There's a
Miyagi
difference
comes.
between the two.
Right, there's a difference
schools.
between the two, exactly.
No, but then Miyagi came to save me. That was my Miyagi moment.
All right, of course.
Okay,
yes,
so that
you
was
did.
your Miyagi moment.
Yes.
Your Miyagi
So we both
moment.
had
I
a
like that.
sensei.
You both have
Yeah,
one.
all right.
Your last four guys, okay?
All right.
Billy, in your opinion, your best fan Easter egg in the new series, Cobra Kai.
My best fan Easter egg?
Yeah,
the
something
little
that you say or do that pays homage to the original.
Oh, I don't want to give that away. I don't want to give any of the Easter eggs away.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
a stay tuned moment.
Stay tuned moment.
That's a
Come
good
back.
one.
Come
Okay.
back
That's
next.
better. Watch
yeah.
the
You
show.
got it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Ralph, what about the aspect of Cobra Kai or the thing you're most excited that fans will see?
A lot of it are those Easter eggs,
for
those
sure.
nostalgic moments. I'm very excited for them to see the new cast,
Yeah.
the next generation that is a big part of filling the entire world. And there's great excitement when he and I get together and are, on each side of whatever, each side of who you're rooting for. It's interesting. I'm excited that you're not quite sure who you should be rooting for when, and you may root for Johnny Lawrence in some points, and you may root for LaRusso in some points, and hopefully you are rooting for both of them, even though they are at times flawed characters.
Throughout. All right, Billy, this one you're going to give a yes or no, okay? There's been a lot of fan speculation about this over the years, so I need to get it from the source. The All Valley Karate Tournament. Did Daniel LaRusso beat you legally at the end of the match?
Only yes or no? Can I
Go ahead.
elaborate a little bit?
Sure, for a few seconds.
In hindsight, looking at the tapes, it's questionable.
Roll the footage. No.
Yeah, but I was the one that received the kick, and it's like, a boxer gets knocked out, it's the guys in the cage that need to make that call. So yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It was illegal.
Wait, it was what? It was?
Illegal.
Illegal.
Oh, illegal
Illegal.
or illegal?
I mean, did he win legally? Legally, he won. I mean, ethically, he won.
Okay.
He won in a way-
Technically, it may have been a cheat, but it was the right thing for him to do.
Because it was a hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe something we need to still work out all these years later. But
Yes. Yes.
all right, and your last one, Ralph. What is your favorite fan interaction that you've had maybe over these years with the series?
My favorite fan reaction, it's usually kids because it's so cool that 30 years later I still get a 6 or 8 year old kid that wants to show me their crane kick or show me their shower costume or
Or like, put this on.
Yeah, yes, right, put headbands on. There was also one kid I'll never forget. He just came up to me and said, Are you the guy who played in that Karate Kid? Are you that Karate Kid guy? And I was all, humble, going for the Sharpie, ready to sign. He goes, I kick your ass. And he just walked away.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 7.
But this little 7-year-old
Yeah, it
said
was
that
great.
to you.
It was great.
I kick your
It was great.
What did you just?
I applauded the kid.
That's
I was
great.
like, that's awesome.
With that said, I really could talk to you guys all day. You're so much fun.
Thanks.
Cobra Kai, out now on YouTube Red. Check it out. Such chemistry here between you two. So much fun. Thank you both for being here. I really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us. This is great.
All right, guys, get back to the show now.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Break's over.
Thank you so much. It was great to be
Thank
here.
you.
Yes. Thank you. And good choice on the
Thanks.
color of the headband.
Oh, thank you. Right? Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's right. I let it slide.
I knew.